want to welcome everybody. Roisin Campbell here at Rainbow Lighthouse, and the lovely Lynda Brands is joining me today. We're going to have the competition results for our 5 lucky winners of the Droplets of Grace. And Lynda has kindly joined me today, and you'll know Lynda from her own work that she does around the whole of the Northern Ireland, but also from our chat show that we had done this year, bringing people together in faith. So we've come back together today just to talk about the Droplets and what's going on in the Rainbow Lighthouse Centre.
So missed our chats together, Roisin.
Yes, me too. We had some great chats, hadn't we?
Absolutely, we certainly did. But it's great to be back in the energy again, and to see these beautiful droplets of grace, which I know you're going to
our droplets of grace
talk about in a minute. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But we're at a lovely time now, Lynda, aren't we, as we move into now coming into them energies of Christmas and family and coming together, and so many people have had challenges. All of us with the corona and everything.
It's been quite a year, hasn't it?
It has.
Quite a year,
so
yeah.
Many things
and I don't know, it's just lovely to be getting now to Christmas where everything's kind of calming down a little bit.
Yeah.
Calming down a little bit. We're looking forward to Christmas, and then maybe a new year. I know this time last year we thought, well, 2021 can't be much, worse than 2020. Let's hope 2022 is a little bit more stable and settled.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I feel 2022 will bring, because we come into the energy of the year 6. It's a cycle. It's called the year 6. This year is year 5, so it's all about speed and expansion and fast. Things happen very quickly and come up into the the psyche very quickly, and on the world stage very quickly. Everything's being pushed up and throughout. Now we're coming into cycle 6, which is all about the divine mastery, the healer and the guru, or the elevated people, the people that are working to help themselves, help the earth, are going to get more blessings, more rewards, because the light is so profound at the moment. So the people that work in the holistic profession, or that meditate, or that are opening up spiritually, are going to receive more energy.
They're just connecting with
more connecting, and people are going to wake up overnight too. Their light body will just start to awaken up, and people will be really saying that they'll hear our Lord's voice. They can hear really a message telling them to do something or to go somewhere. They're really going to hear it quite clear.
Wow.
The messages are going to be much clearer now, because how would you say, the telephone line is more clearer, because the light is cleared away so much in our bodies. We can hear and resonate, good and bad, feel things much more. So to me it's a real year of how would I say, new messages coming in for people that maybe thought they couldn't hear or couldn't see or couldn't feel. I tell you, you're going to see and feel and hear so much more.
So we're going to be more connected, you reckon?
More connected. Even if we don't feel we're connected, there's going to be like a button. It says, wow, did you hear that? Did you feel that? Or, people hearing someone calling them, just in the energy, like maybe their mother or their father, things like that. Where, you used to get that feeling like, oh, I feel I need to call my mother, or I'm thinking about someone.
Yeah,
it's
like an intuition almost?
Yeah, it's going to be more stronger.
A discernment, maybe you could
you could call it that. Yeah. It's going to be a real profound, I really feel I need to call my mother, or, you can hear it, I must do this now, I can't leave it till later, something is pressing on me to do it.
So we maybe trust that feeling more?
Yeah, I would say the trust in the self is going to be really powerful this year, because we've matured so much. Like, we really have been birthed, haven't we? Grow up. The world has happened, and we're mature to trust in what we're feeling and what we're hearing. Good or bad. It's not to be afraid of anything. We have the 2 energies. We have positive and we have negative, but it doesn't mean that negative is bad. It just means, what you focus on. Focus on the positive of the negative. When you have a negative situation, you say, where is the positive here? Yeah. And, to focus on that.
You have to see a positive in everything, don't you?
Yeah. Like,
if you focus on the negative all the time, sure you're on a
loser. If you listen to the news all the time, you're really going to be suffering.
I don't know about you, but I don't listen to all the news all the time.
That's right.
And I know you don't either, actually. I know you don't. But it is too much sometimes.
It's too much, because you're listening to what someone else wants to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you understand your sensitivity and how much the light is coming in, we are so sensitive and our bodies are reacting, and we may not realize it, but you could process the news, a day later that you heard, and it affects you. Think, what's wrong with me? It's because it's getting in and it's affected your system. So, be selective about what someone is telling you what's happening. Be more, as you say, the discernment of what you feel is for you and in your life. And as we move into this year, it's a year about responsibility, the energy of hate and judgment. That's the big energies we're going to be looking at. So the world will really, there'll be a lot of hate coming up on the main screen, which then it'll come down into our own life. We have to touch it in some way. So when those energies of hate comes in, or judgment, it's not to react and add hate or judgment to it, but say, where am I hating? Where am I judging? What is this awakening in me for me to look at?
So it's a prompt or a catalyst, I suppose, to look at ourselves and deal with that.
Definitely, definitely. So everything's an opportunity to look at our own garden. Where do we need to weed? Stop looking at someone else's garden because they're saying, and that's the part of how we get more peace. If we focus more in what we need to look at in us, instead of letting our ego say, no, it's them, it's that keeps the problem going.
Right.
So we have to mature, take responsibility and say, where is it affecting me? What that person is saying or doing, it's going to be very strong this year. And if we can hold it ourselves and really have the strength to look at it, and you get the strength from having your own faith, having your own power in yourself. In
being confident in your own faith.
Yeah.
And knowing that, whatever happens, nothing can take that away from you if you hold on to that.
Nothing can take it away from you. Once you know something very strong inside you, there will be no one that can take it. And that's what our Lord says. We are all, a jewel. We can't be bought or sold. We already are it. So you have it in you, and no matter what the outside is saying, it's more of what you have in you and what you're working on and how you've worked on yourself and said, I don't need to do that anymore, or I don't need to connect in that way. I'm thinking about me, taking responsibility for me, and then healing any hate that comes up, any judgment, that comes up. It's we have great opportunities this year because the light is getting stronger and stronger every year. In the last 2 years, it has been fantastic, but people would not know that the light's fantastic. But the light has come in to make us heal. So to heal us, the light comes in to take out the dark. So the dark constantly is coming up, isn't it? That's how I see it.
The light shines in the darkness.
The light shines in the darkness, and everybody is a lighthouse. They just have to wake up to that, don't they, and let it shine. So with the droplets, then the droplets have now been asked for colour to be added, a hue of colour in them. Yeah. When the droplets first came out, they were in just the clear, to clear us, to really illuminate the light, to illuminate in us and bring us from the past into the present. And the droplets now are bringing the new colour into this.
Okay.
How would I say, the new Aquarius energy.
All right. So instead of, this is one of the original ones.
Yes, it's the original ones. Clear. And they're still holding the same energies. And they still can bring clarity into issues that you're carrying from the past, and the new ones are to bring you right now into the new colours of the new eon.
Should we take a look at some of them?
Yes, it'd be lovely.
All right, so the one that I'm instantly looking at here is this one, because it's quite striking. There we go.
Oh, that's lovely. That's the new hue of it's like nearly a raspberry red. If you can,
beautiful.
We can show the viewers there. That's the Christ.
That's
consciousness in this there. And
droplet of Christ, yeah?
Yes, that's the droplet of Christ there. And when you get the droplets, they come with a lovely, little, you can't really see that, but they come with a little kind of help and a prayer that you can recite and a little bit about the droplet.
So this one says, support the wearer with human suffering on the earth plane, releasing karmic lessons to open the wearer to thy higher will and the true gold experience and the presence of the divine.
Yeah. So that, how can you say, when you hear the word Christ, people can think many things.
Yeah.
and the Christ consciousness that we all hold within us, no matter what our belief system is. We're all birthed from the Creator. So it's to connect more with your divine essence,
Right.
you know, your beginning, you know, and it's a very strong essence, because if you can think about the story of, you know, the suffering of Christ came down, God came down as man for us. So it helps people with the suffering of what we have to go through in a daily thing in humanity. You know, don't take suffering personal. It's a part of our process as human beings, because that's what the whole journey is.
That's life,
If
right?
you have a faith, you know, that's it. So it's but they've put like a raspberry red in it, which is beautiful. You know, it's almost, to me, there's a beauty in it. There's like a big healing in it, isn't there? You know, where sometimes I thought it was going to be very red, but it isn't. It's more like a raspberry. So, you know, and we've got them in a lovely new box now. They created a lovely new box with, sometimes it's hard to see with the light, the droplets of grace there come in this lovely box with the rose holding the energy for the wearer, you know, when they receive it.
And then we have, there's a Bridget one. Is it this one here?
There's
Is
Bridget.
this the Bridget? Where's
This
Bridget?
could be Bridget here.
This
I
one
think
right
there's
here.
two.
Okay, now I was just looking at your list there, and I was just picking out a couple. There we are.
Or is that the Bridget over so many? We have so many new colours coming in here.
I think it's a green one, yeah.
Yeah,
That
there
one.
we are.
That's the
Yeah,
one.
that's
That's the one. Yeah.
So this is Bridget, and you know, if anybody knows about the work that
Yeah.
we do with Bridget is a powerful energy, because Bridget now has now received her National Day for the first time. So
Yes,
next
yeah.
year, St. Bridget's Day is like St. Patrick's Day. They're creating it a bank holiday in that way. And when we look at the Bridget there, all the waters from the sacred wells of Bridget, and there's a beautiful well in Huntington Castle that I would go to, and it's a beautiful well there of Bridget, so pure. And the St. Patrick well up there, these are the energies that are in the, you know, the droplets. And sometimes
So this one, Droplet of Bridget, supports
Yeah.
the wearer to be confident, to be strong in our convictions,
Yeah.
trust our intuition. That's what you were talking
Yes,
about
that's
earlier,
right.
isn't it? Intuition. To come to the realization that you are the tapestry of all that is. Know that you are the custodian of the earth. That speaks into everything you were talking about.
yes, it is, and Bridget's so strong. You know,
Yeah. Powerful.
she's like an iron door. You know, when she comes in, and sometimes we have to be careful not to connect with the person. Bridget is an energy like Patrick. It's an essence. Like you're an essence, Lynda. I'm an essence, but we're not owned to this body. This essence is internal. So Bridget, you can invoke that energy in you. And when you take that on, then you're bringing that strength. It's a real strength. Like if there's something that you want to do or say, and you have an issue, she's the one.
Right.
You know, that essence really comes in, because she and Patrick went around, you know, in their pilgrim to bring people to the light. And those days they weren't afraid. They just
Yeah,
went
she
on
was a
ahead.
strong woman.
She was a strong woman, you know, and that's that lovely Bridget energy there.
Good.
She's a
That's
beauty.
lovely.
There's a beauty there. And then we have a lovely Our Lady there in that
This
pale,
one here?
and the lovely Our Lady one has that
There we go.
very
Oh,
huge,
beautiful pale
isn't
blue.
she lovely?
Yeah, that's lovely.
And you know, when we look at that, there's the tiniest hue of pale blue,
Very
in that,
faint blue,
isn't there?
Yeah. So
And-
Our Lady, where are we here? So
Our Lady, and you know,
your Divine Mother, Our Lady, supports the wearer in situations where we have giving but not receiving,
Yeah.
healing unrequited love, purification of our human broken hearts to reconnect to our divine spiritual hearts.
yes. So when we think about Our Lady, say if we're all born from the one mother, and we connect with more of our physical parents, and our physical parents are there to love us as in a human way, but there's no way they can love us in the way as a divine way, because we're not there. We're here. And it's really to hand yourself over and allow yourself to be really loved by the divine mother. She loves all the children of the earth, all of them. So don't worry if you don't feel, you don't know her, don't connect with her. Don't worry about that. Let her do her work. She works really miracles. You know, if you're someone that likes to pray or find it difficult to pray, you know, if you pray to Our Lady and say, you know, I don't even know how to pray, Our Lady, she will start to open up the door. Like there's many miracles with Our Lady. This is why there'd be, there's a lot of shrines that people would go to. That's why, because she really is the mother in that way. And very, very gentle, very, very, and very forgiving,
Very
lovely
subtle.
forgiving.
There's one more that I wanted to just highlight here. This lovely one here.
Oh, the flower of life.
Yeah.
Flower of life. So the flower of life, some people may not have ever heard of the flower of life, but we have the flower of life, we have the fruit of life, we have the seed of life. We are life. The human body actually isn't life, that's just a form. The life is what's in it. So the flower of life brings us back to the complete essence. If I was to take my energy out of my body and your energy, it'd be a flower of many, many circles, it's like the snow, when you look like, when the snow is falling down, a snowflake under a light, it's beautiful, and that's what we all are inside a form,
And each one unique.
It's so gorgeous.
So droplet of flower of life, that's a lovely sort of pale violet colour.
Yeah.
Supports the wearer to connect to many dimensional aspects of our being. The I am presence.
I am present.
Cosmic union with our divine self. The droplet takes the wearer on the journey of what we cannot face or feel.
Yes, what we cannot face or feel.
Okay,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
So, say for example, if somebody came to me and I said, you're holding, sorrow, and they said to me, I don't feel sorrow. I says, yes, but I can feel it, because you're not feeling it. So we may not be aware that we're having programmings and we're living our life through programmings, and we think it's normal until we meet someone and someone says, oh, you have this, and they go, oh, I didn't know that. So it's what we don't know that's in our way. So say if you're repeating a pattern in relationships or in work or in habit, and you're thinking, why am I keep doing that? Well, it means there's something you're not feeling to release it. So the flower life can help you get back to that beginning where you maybe closed down because maybe things were too difficult, or you closed down that part of your sensitivity because maybe there was anger in the house and the child closed her heart down, so then she can't feel that part. And then she's lived through the other part. See, we close down due to circumstances.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We can't handle it.
And we don't know, so I said to people, like, this is around you, and then they come back to me later and say, wow, it is. Yeah. I said, why did I not know it? I said, because you didn't know it. I says, until you met the person that could see that. Yeah. So it's a real, this flower of life, we put 19 of these droplets in Germany.
Oh,
to
yes.
help,
Tell me about that.
To help with the Holocaust, and lovely Breda that makes the lovely droplets. She makes
the
them
trauma
all
from the Holocaust.
Yeah, because the souls. Imagine all the souls' lives that were taken. Imagine that in those days they may not have had their faith as strong. They just were tough because of Hitler decided that the Jews needed to die. And people may have died with no faith and no connection. So I was really told to help and support them. And I've been doing that for about 20 years now. But this was the first time that we got the droplets. And Breda was in Germany, and she went to Nuremberg where Hitler stood on the stage, and she put 2 below it, and then she gave one to a child, a girl, and a boy, and then the rest was planted around to support the consciousness of the souls, because we're meant to pray for souls, because the souls get lost if no one's there to pray for them. Who was there to pray for the children and the people? It's so terrible, and it's our responsibility to pray for souls that had nobody to pray for them. This is why we have All Souls Day, to remember them and to pray for them. So I would love someone to pray for me. If I hadn't got a faith, I would really want that. So the flower of life can connect us with those souls and give us compassion for people that went before us and help in that way. And that's why we put them around in Germany, to help the soul. You see, we have to realise we're brought here with the humanity in our humanness, with our ego. What do I need? And what's wrong with my life? And we don't see the bigger picture. We think, oh, people are dead, they're dead. The future's way ahead, that doesn't matter. But this year cycle coming up is saying, no, we must bring these things together and be responsible and think, what went before us and how did they suffer? How can we pray for them? And how do we want our world to be? What can I do to make that better? Not say, oh, it's the future. No, we have to be more responsible and be more compassionate to those that went before us and those that are coming after us. So it's a bit, the flower life is very much like that, making us more universal instead of selfish. Which is the new Aquarius.
And then we have some lucky people who are going to get some
droplets
today.
We're going to pull out 5 lucky winners. of 5 of the Droplets. So me and Lynda had picked them out earlier, and we'll be giving those names out in a few minutes when we just have a wee talk about what's coming up in the Rainbow Lighthouse Airways.
So what are we going to do first? What about the Christmas gift?
The Christmas gift.
And then
So
we'll talk about next year.
yeah, so every Christmas I always give out, maybe around the 20th, the 21st, the solstice, a Christmas gift for, I would have a meditation group, Lynda, that you're on yourself, to the people that have been with Rainbow Lighthouse for the year, coming to things.
It's been very powerful
nice
this
to give
past
back.
few weeks
It
for me
has.
too, yeah.
So that's what it is. It's the Christmas gift coming up, and it's the spirit of Christmas. And this year we have lovely Father Kieran in Galway. He's going to be doing the carols, and he's lovely. If anybody has heard him on a meditation, he's lovely. So he's going to be doing the music.
He's a singing priest then.
He's a singing priest. He is, and he's very aware, very open. And he has the most really beautiful voice. Like he really
Look forward
has.
to hearing that.
Yeah.
And when is this going to be then?
This is going to be in the winter solstice, which is
right.
it's really when the
shortest
light
day.
and the light then comes in, and that's preparing us for the last one in Advent, when the birth of Christ. I said in the meditation group last week, think about the word Christmas. It's Christ's Mass. It's not Christmas Day. It's not Christmas presents. It's Christmas, and maybe connect more with that. Even watch Mass online if you can't go, just to connect more, because there's so much new light coming in. And like if you show up, you will get it. That's what Spirit says. Show up and you'll get more of it. You don't have to understand it. Show up, Okay. So we'll be doing like meditation, and I'll be bringing in more energy to fill everybody up for over the Christmas time, and we'll have some songs and just sitting in the energy.
Yeah,
receiving.
and that's on Tuesday the 21st.
That's on
The
Tuesday.
meditation at 7:30.
Yeah, and the meditation people, that's a gift for them. But if people want to join to get a taste of what we do, you can go to the website, and it's £20 to join for the 90 minutes.
Lovely. And actually, really, I was saying to you earlier, like over the past few weeks, I've kind of really got into it, really.
You're feeling it more.
I know that I can't explain even, when I'm in that meditation, when I come out of it, I can't even say what you said, or, I don't know, but it just
it takes you, doesn't it?
A lovely hour and a half of just calm and stillness and peace.
That's right. It is. And sometimes I don't know what I'm saying. And sometimes afterwards people will email me and say, "Oh, someone said you said this, but I went." And I said, "Yeah, but don't worry so much about the words. You're meant to go.
Yeah.
You're meant to go and get your own words. I'm just trying to get it out of the way, And it really is lovely. Sometimes if people have never done meditation, they think meditation, you sit there and someone talks you through, but these are different. Somebody said to me the other day, you should not be calling them meditations, because there's so much more.
Okay.
But then again, how do you explain it?
Yeah,
you have to experience it. So it's like, and it's meeting yourself, your real self, and yourself comes and takes you somewhere and shows you something, lets you experience, and I said that is your grace.
Yeah.
It's
that's not a bad point actually. Yeah. Meditation is maybe not the most accurate way to describe it, because my view of meditation is, where you focus on something, or, get into a space for a while, and you do get into a space, but I can't describe it.
That's
You're right. You have to
experience it. So that's that. So that's our Christmas gift, and then we will have and then the 1st of February. So I didn't bring in the leaflet. We're going to have an event for Saint Bridget, because it's her day.
It's her day.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a whole day event from 9 o'clock right round, holding the energy, and then I'm going to have a live broadcast in the evening, and that's on the 1st of February.
Great.
So that's what we're doing for Bridget.
You'll be telling us more about that.
I'll be telling you more about that
meditations
in the weekly.
Too,
that's right.
Yeah.
And then
so next year, big plans for next year, hopefully.
Yes.
Hopefully.
We've been trying to get back to Medjugorje, and we're going to go on Easter now this year on the 12th of April. So we're heading back, and we're going to go for the week of Easter.
Lovely.
And if someone would ask me, about Medjugorje, I had never been to it. A lady came to me and said, "Would you go to Medjugorje?" And I thought, Medjugorje, I said, okay. And I went, and then I realized why it was so beautiful, so powerful for me, and really built more of my light body. Because anywhere you go of sacredness will build the light of your body, and then that light you bring back, and it supports your life as you live it. So in Medjugorje, you know, you go there and you meet all faiths, all different nationalities. Like, it is amazing, and they're walking up these beautiful mountains in barefoot. Some people are walking up blind in crutches, and they're walking up like really amazing heights for 2 hours, you know. But it's about your own inner pilgrimage of just getting closer to your divine self. And then we sit in the evenings and, you know, we go to the different, you know, adorations and the lovely things that they have on and the music. And you know what? You really find a lot of yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you're finding yourself.
Well,
you
so
know.
isn't that what happens in a retreat? You know, you focus on one aspect of whatever it is you need to work on in a retreat, and you know, just devote that whole day or weekend or night or whatever it is to that, you know, to what you are directed to work on.
Yes, and it's you know, sometimes people think, why would I go to that? You know, I don't know anything. You don't. It's not about you knowing anything. It's about you finding something in you by being with people that are, you know, aware and that are in a presence. And that you can, you know, some people don't like traveling on their own, so they can travel in a group, and then they learn things, and everybody's left to their own pace of what they want to do. And if someone is feeling a certain thing, they can come to me and I say, well, you know, this is what I'm picking up or whatever. And it's really just finding your way, but not on your own. You have people supporting you, but not in your face. They're just in the energy in that way. And sometimes people come to me and say, I don't have a belief. I said, don't worry. I said, walk the mountain and find your own belief. Find your own way with God, you know, and that. And there's some beautiful things, like we get amazing miracles. Like there is miracles that happen. And you know, I think even at the moment we have 17 people already booked on, so that's showing you how it's really it's going.
Have you a limit as to how many people you can take?
Well, usually, at the moment, I don't like to say the word limit because it let anybody go. But the hotel then may only be limited, and then we can end up in 2 hotels. So people usually book quick to get into,
make sure
you know, they want to be in a certain hotel. So that would be the only thing, that if you want to be in the hotel, you know, book it. And it's, how we're working it this year is because of the corona and all the things, that people can pay a deposit of £300 to say that they want to go, and then that gives Bill the numbers to give to the hotel. If the corona happens or whatever and we can't go or whatever, they get that automatically back. If it's a deposit to do with the corona problem, they get it straight back. And if that happens, we don't go, then I will be changing it to knock. But I really feel there's not going to be a problem here, because you know, everything's kind of back. Once you do, if you need to go, if you have to have a test or whatever, that'll all be told us beforehand and things like that there. But I really feel as, you know, being there, and you know, even with people booking already, it's really telling me that we're pushing this river of grace. Say we're coming, you know. Isn't that
so people want to find out a bit more. This is on your website.
Yes, it's on the website.
So you can have a look there at the details from the 12th of April to the 19th of April.
Yeah.
Have a look at Rainbow Lighthouse website, and you can find out more information. And I'm sure Bill will be there at the end of the email.
He'll be there at the end of the email answering you, and Emmett as well, and everything's on the website now anyway. You can go in, and you can even pay from the website now, and coming up next year you can even book the meditations and just go straight in and you get your link. It's to make it, you know, this new age is digital, flowing. That's what's happening, to make it more easier for people, so you don't have so many emails coming back and forth. People's lives are just, you know, on your phone, you want, you know, it's a bit like Amazon, just buy it, you know, and that's what we want. We're instant people. And as we move into the cycle of number 6, you know, that's going to be very powerful. We'll know what we want, and we want it now, and we'll be very strong, not in a bad way. We'll just become more empowered on how we want our life, who we want in it, how we want to live in it, the places we want to go. We're going to really have a different structure around our life, our own map of what we like to do. And that's going to be lovely for people. And then those people joining together. I like to do that, and that person likes to do it. Let's all do it together. More people doing things together in that way, with this, you know, in a peaceful way, I see. You know, so that's where we're going. So we're going to come now to the end and get the winners of the Droplets of Grace. Thank you everybody for sharing. Really appreciate that. And you know, if you share, you receive. As St. Francis of Assisi says, sharing is your receiving. You know, and remember, when we pass over, there's nothing we can take with us that we have earned in this life apart from who we've touched. So everybody that has shared has touched other people with the energy of the droplets. You know. So Lynda, we have picked myself and Lynda picked out the names earlier on.
And where did
It's
we
at the
pick
back
them?
of that sheet,
Is
Lynda, at
it?
the very back.
There
There we
we
go.
go, there
So
we
this is our names that we're calling out, that we picked out just before we started. So the winners of the Droplets of Grace are, the first one is we have Angela Heron. So congratulations,
Well done,
Angela
Angela.
Heron. We'll send you a little message about your droplet. The next lady we have picked out, we have
Genevieve McGee.
Genevieve McGee. Well done. Happy Christmas. You've won a Droplet of Grace. And then we have
This one is Therese McCallion.
Therese McCallion.
Yeah.
St.
Well done,
Teresa
Therese.
energy there, Therese. That's a lovely droplet. So well done. And then we have Lisa Marie Devlin. Well done, Lisa Marie. Very good. And then
And
we have
finally, final one goes to Trish Hart.
Trish Hart. There you
go,
are. The angels have sent that to you, Trish Hart, haven't they? So that's the 5 lucky winners. But everybody's a winner that purchased a Droplet of Grace. Believe me, you were one, and then you'll feel the essence and the energy. Some people can't take it off them, actually. You know, they say they can't take it.
I mean, so this has been just on me since it sits there beside my cross, since you gave it to me. Actually.
Yeah. Sometimes you
It
just
has
feel
been
people
on me
feel to keep
since
it on them. Yeah.
Months.
So listen, Lynda, thank you, darling. It's lovely to see you.
Great to be here.
And hopefully maybe we can have a chat coming back soon for everybody, because we really enjoyed that.
Absolutely, it'd be great to do that.
Yeah, and hopefully
lovely being in your energy again.
And it's lovely being in your energy too, sweetie. And you know, just to say the Christmas gift, it'd be lovely to have you on for the 21st. It's on at 7:30 to 9, and to be in the energy. It'll give you a little taster of your own essence, not my essence. You'll touch your own essence.
Nice way to go into Christmas.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. So thank you again, everybody, for sharing, and have a lovely Christmas, and we'll see you soon. And thank you, Lynda, so much.
You're welcome. Happy Christmas, everyone.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. Thank you.